Welcome to Magic the Gathering Strat. I am Dan and I am playing Brazilian MBC. Mono black control as given to me by VCT from MTG Salvation. Not the best hand, I'm gonna keep it. I know I'm playing against Infect, but it's blue-black Infect. Blue-green Infect, so I count on it being a bit slower than mono-green Infect. That's why I'm keeping a hand like this. And I will probably pay for it. Yeah, no first turn play. Very hard for Infect. Augur of Skulls. Yeah, I have a sideboard plan for it deck given to me by the deck's creator. Cuombajj Witches is of course super bad news, and we really want to reduce the number of cards in his hand. We don't want to block because there are a lot of trample and things that makes Augur unusable, so it's better to drain him of cards. Next turn we can corrupt him. But we need to draw into some sort of removal. So we'll desperately cycle for removal. Found another Tendril. So this is the critical turn in which he can hurt us so much. And then of course he can have counter spells for Tendrils. So we're not safe in any way now. Rancor is bad news. Okay, I'm almost certain that he can now protect his guy. We don't want to do it on his turn because he will be able to use growth effect, so we are doing it on my turn, and I am almost certain it will get countered. Yes, but he only has 3 cards. I doubt he has counter spells every turn now, but maybe he do. And there is the Glistener Elf for more problems, and now we're in pretty bad shape. So even if we kill Cuombajj here, we will not. So we must kill him next turn. Yeah, we should have killed him in the upkeep. No, we shouldn't, because we have to kill him in the attack phase. Because otherwise he would just have played Rancor on something else and we would die. But now we will die anyway. Next turn, which is a shame. Because now we have to stop them both. All 3 of them. And unless we draw a Crypt Rat, that is not going to happen. So we fall to the power of Simic effect. And mono black control is traditionally a pretty complicated matchup for Infect. But after sideboarding gets a lot better for Duress. 1 Edict, 3 Witches, and 1 Spellbomb for Corpse Cur. We don't know if he has Corpse Cur or not. We're taking out 2 Undying Evils, 3 Corrupts, and I would imagine the Tendrils. 2 Unearth and 2 Tendrils. this is not the hand we can keep. So we need to send it back. We need to send that hand back too. This hand we can keep. And it's actually pretty good. Getting rid of a Rancor now will be very important. And we have the 2 removal for his 2 creatures. We must just remember the Vines of Westwood. Sign in Blood. Provide some much needed cards. And actually the mana we need for Tendrils. Here we feel very safe with the Edict. Never ever play Rancor into open mana from a black deck. That's very unnecessary to get 2 for 1 there. And if he plays the Icoclomere without protection, we can deal with it. And then we have dealt with all the threats we know about. You can't regenerate from sacrifice effects. Vines of Westwood is a problem now. Oh, he drew the Blight Mamba. Because we saw an Icoclomere in his hand as well, didn't we? Well, this didn't work last time. This is something you actually can regenerate from, so it's a problem that the Mamba is attacking us. Now we can actually cast both of them then and get rid of the Mamba. So we'll start with that one. And hopefully it'll answer with Vines of Westwood here. And we can Tendrils it. But he could just reply with regeneration, and then we'll have to Tendrils it anyway. And it's a 2 for 2. He did regenerate it, so we will have to deal with the hard way. But in the end, at least it died. Maybe he didn't have an Icoclomere. Oh, starting to feel a bit safer. But we do have to put him away somehow. Bojuka Bog, just more mana. I don't know if he has Corpse Cur or not. But if he does, they are not gonna get any Blight Mambas back from the graveyard. He must have so much pump in his hand now. Beatdown! Oh yeah, it's Crypt Rats. Going for the kill with Crypt Rats. Only 18 turns away. Blight Mama. We do want to 2-for-1 him. So we will take it slow here. And verdict at the last possible moment. Hoping to get a 2-for-1 out of him. We might even take a hit from the Mamba here, because just one infect counter doesn't matter very much, and we know there is no way around the verdict. And it does let us 2-for-1 it. This is of course not the way to play infect against black decks. You have to be a lot more careful and play around the removal. And I even got a 3-for-1 it. Okay, let's begin the fantastic beatdown next turn now. Now we have him at 19. And if we are allowed to 3-for-1 him for cards, we can actually control him pretty easily. Of course, Signing Blood helps. And we don't have any corrupts anymore, so the swamps doesn't matter very much. All that matters is that he's not allowed to kill me. So what do we do here? We're trading this. I think we could trade here. Our beatdown doesn't matter much. We'd rather save one damage, but of course he wasn't going to take the trade. Will he do the same mistake again? If you can get 2 creatures with the Crypt Rats, we'll naturally do so. We want a 2-for-1, and he's giving it to us. And I think I'm in no danger to do 7 damage here. To prevent Wines of Westwood or something similar. Still have the verdict mana. So it's another 2-for-1 for the mono black deck. But this is quite common. If the game goes this long, Infect doesn't have much of a chance. Unless they have Corpse Curse. Corpse Curse Loop, amazing long game thing. Augur of Skulls. If I was playing mono black today, I wouldn't, because I would play blue black Trinket Control instead, which does the same thing but better. But if I did, I would play Grim Harvest for the late game. I'm taking 2 cards for him, getting a 2-for-1 again. Probably 2 crappy cards, but if I just keep getting these 2-for-1s, ooh, that wasn't crappy at all. And we have another nice piece of removal. Where are our creatures, like the Ragers and stuff? That's what I want to know. I'll be really greedy and look for another 2-for-1 here. No, I won't. This is actually lethal next turn, so I'm just killing the elf, playing the Crypt Rats, paying for the mana leak. And this is game. Here are Crypt Rats. Well, we are doing 9 points of damage. He is at 9. I don't think he plays any life gain. So it's 1-1. And it's the last duel of this match. The keys to this match is the first very critical turns for Infect. And being blue-green gives up the speed that mono-green Infect has in the first few turns. I'm not mulliganing Witches and Duress. Looks very good. All I need now is a swamp. Getting rid of Rancor like this, always very good. Blighted Agent, mana leak. I'm gonna take the mana leak because I need to be able to play the Witches. They are gonna wreak some havoc here. It might very well be correct to waste the groundswell like that. But him being blue-green prevents him from being able to play the Vines of Westwood next turn. Unless he draw another green mana, so that's another reason not to be blue-green. I think the reason to be blue-green is the count spells, but they are not very good in an Infect deck. And Blighted Agent, of course, which is unblockable. And will actually cause me a ton of problems if I didn't have the Witches. I know he can't use Vines here to grow his... And unless he plays a land, he can't use anything else either. So now we have great protection here. I am gonna sign in blood, trying to find another land. Missing land drops here is not fun. And then Duress his creature protection and kill the Glistener Elf. Nice! Hope he doesn't have mutagenic growth. He targeted Glistener Elf with the Witches. He should probably target me, but he almost has no chance of doing enough damage to kill me. He will kill me with poison counter, so whatever he targets doesn't matter. Yeah, Augur of Skulls is threatening to become irrelevant here, so here's I will play double Augur next turn. Playing the Agent here without protection seems not very good. Oops. Oops was probably about the Glistener Elf targeting, which didn't matter. So we are killing the Agent. If this should fail for some reason, like mutagenic growth, I will just Crypt Rat it. He now targeted me, so he learned something here. I'm tempted to cast the Chittering Rats, but I think I need to just empty his hand now. And he will always be sitting with something in his hand soon, because he will draw all his growth spells. So we can just make him discard everything he has. Arcoclomure shows up for the killing. And yeah, you can either play it and lose it, or keep it in hand and lose it. So it doesn't have any good way out. So we took everything he had. We killed the Mir. And then I think it's time to draw some cards. With Mr. Rager. And if he next turn doesn't have a play, then we will chitter his card in his hand. And the Executioner Patrol is now here, Phyrexian Rager. It's the guy who is destined to do 20 points of damage. I'm removing his graveyard here to basically draw more cards. Wow, even more witches. This is starting to look nasty. The Chittering Rats add insult to injury. I'm not gonna play Crypt Rats here because it's a nombo with witches. So I'll play the witches first. This is a 3-turn clock. And I realistically don't see any way out of it. It's actually even faster, because you can play Crypt Rats and just win. I will do that next turn. We could have won next turn, but we are taking it safe. Here we go. And I don't care very much what is in his hand. MBC defeats Simic Infect by 2 games to 1, sorry. Thank you for watching Magic Gathering Strat. I'm Dan. I was playing against GRD. Thank you, GRD, for playing. And we were playing Mono Black Control versus Simic Infect.